We are ready.
Hello everybody. Hello everybody. We are gonna present you the discovery to make the OCP equipment for everyone. So first of all, I'm gonna present myself. So me, I'm Thomas. I'm the electrical engineer for IT Renew. And here is my colleague Jean-Jacques, who is in charge of the design and the mechanical engineering part of the company.
Maybe you can raise the mic.
Okay.
So I'm gonna present the company shortly. So IT Renew is the leading hardware decommissioning solution provider for the world's largest and most sophisticated hyperscaler data center owners. So the core aspect of our decommissioning services are the data security, the logistic with all of our facilities all over the world, and the value recovery of our products. We are the leading provider of the circular data center solution. So the circular data center fundamentally we define and maximize the lifetime value of our assets. So IT Renew acquired SDS, Splitted Desktop, in order to gain a new level of knowledge and efficiency in the recovery of the systems. Attends, je vois plus mes commentaires. And for that, we needed the software engineering and the hardware engineering. We needed a new level that we hadn't before, which wasn't necessary for the traditional ITAD. And within our Sesame brand, you can find all of our recertified products coming mostly from OCP.
Okay. It's okay? Okay. Well. So why do we do this project? In fact, as a developer, we always have the issue that to work on an OCP product, we need to have it in front of us. And that was our first observation, that the developer needs to have access to the hardware right in front of him. So sometimes, if you're a mechanical designer, for example, or even a software engineer, you have to go to the data centers to see how it works, and you have to bring the hardware back in your office, and sometimes it can be really it can really take a lot of time for you. So that was the first impression we have. The other thing is that when you're a newcomer and you want to try something from OCP, you're not a big company. Sometimes it's very hard to have the hardware and to be able to test the hardware. So that was our first objective, is to say, okay, we will do something that helps that people. So that was the first objective. Finally, when we developed this product, we have identified some end users that could be interested in that kind of product, as university too. For example, for people who want to learn how to manage data centers, it could be really nice to have a product easy to install, with an easy access. For example, also simple developers, they don't know a OCP product, because if you don't work for a company who has this kind of materials, it's very difficult to have access to this equipment. Also, you have a new kind of product that are coming, as edge computing, for example, and they need some modular system, really easy to deploy at every moment with a very simple way. So that was our purpose for this project.
So we wanted this project to be fully open. So in order to do that, we first need some open tools. So for the mechanical and the electrical part, we have been using free and open software. So this software, FreeCAD, is made for the mechanical part. It's software which is still under design. There is some tools which are missing or need to be done more perfectly. So to design, the project has been fully designed with FreeCAD. But there is still some missing parts, like the thermal design tools that we can do right now with FreeCAD. For the electrical part, we have been using KiCad. It's almost the same. So it's used to design all of the PCB, the electrical board. So you can design from scratch, so your schematics. And at the end, you can have all of the necessary file for production of the PCB. Right now, it's also under development. There is some tools which are used to make the link between KiCad in FreeCAD. You can, for example, export your board as a 3D file that you can then open on FreeCAD and work on it. KiCad and FreeCAD are both part of the freeware toolchain of within OCP, which give us the possibility to share our different files more easily, since we don't have the file compatibility problems.
Okay. So now here is the chassis. The first impression you have, in fact, it's a kind of desktop chassis, desktop computer. You have it in front of me here. So at the end, if you want to see it more closer, you should be able to see it in front of you. Really, the idea was to say, okay, I can put it in my office. I can just plug it in a standard plug, and this is the easiest way to use it. Finally, all the pieces and the parts are very close to an OCP rack V1 or V2. The idea was that the people who want to test something on this kind of chassis, when you come back on an OCP racks, he will say, okay, it's the same, but it's bigger. In fact, this is really a mini rack, open OCP rack. Also, we also use some parts from original design. As Thomas said before, we recertified some racks, and so we can use some parts that are from the decommissioned chassis. So in this design, in fact, we are a part of circular design. So because we use old parts from decommissioned racks. So the chassis is all in metal and is a little bit weight, but it's hard, and and finally, it's very close to a normal desktop computer, as you can see here. So what else? As I say, it's based on an open compute rack, and with this project, it is really important for us to keep our DNA about circular economy, and we can put 4 to 5, up to 5 servers on it. All the server compatibility is with OpenRack V1 or V2. This chassis uses a standard ATX PSU, so you have not so much noise, for example, in office utilization, because if we use it, a data center, a classic server PSU, you will have a lot of noise. So that was always this purpose, to have something very easy to use and very easy to put in your office.
So I'm going to present you the power distribution inside the chassis. So as Jean-Jacques said, we use a classic ATX power supply. So you can basically plug it wherever you want, even at home if you want one. And we then plug all of the connector from the PSU on a small PCB. And this PCB is then connected to the bus bar of the chassis. The bus bar is exactly the same as in the Open Rack V1. And this bus bar brings the power to all of the servers. The PCB has to be designed to make it able to pass at least 1,600 watt within through it. So particular attention has to be done when you design the board which bring the power to the bus bar. I'm now going to present you all of the issues we met during the design of the Discovery. So even if the 3D files are available, some important information are missing, such as tolerances, for example. So it took us some time to get all of this information. We had to calculate and ask for more information to have the most complete files before we start the production. As I said before, FreeCAD is still under development. So some important tools are missing, which could make the design easier to do. But still, we managed to make the Discovery with only the open source software, like FreeCAD and the KiCad. As Gigi said, the weight of the chassis is also a problem, since it's 35 kilos. It's pretty heavy. Lucky for us, we have the wheels. Otherwise, it would have been a big problem. The noise might be slowing the adoption, because even if we use an ATX power supply, there is still the fan on the servers, which might be noisy if you are working really next to them. You don't want to work nearby a plain reactor. The OCP, since we use the standard PSU, we also had to adapt it to the OCP standard on form factors. So that's why it's done with the small PCB. We can't connect directly the power supply to the bus bar. And the last problem is, as I said before, all of the power we have to pass through the PCB. We had to think about a design which might not heat up too much, and make it safe for your office, and safe for all of the use you can have with the Discovery.
So now we have a first prototype, and we are thinking about the future of this chassis, so the next improvement. So it's a new product, and it's very unique, and we want really to improve all we can do for it. So the next enhancement is we are thinking about a PC extender, multiple video, storage box, and also a QB-based chassis support. So that means it's for Yosemite V2 that now are not supported for the moment, because for the Yosemite V2 the power management is not exactly the same that for the other, because of the RAID under the Yosemite V2. So also with all the people that maybe we will use the server, I think it's very important that people maybe they will test it, and maybe they will have some idea about new features. So it will be very important for us that the community share those ideas, and maybe we could work on this kind of feature that you want to make, and it can be very interesting for us to share with you all our experience. And if you want to test a chassis, if you share it with us. I'm very confident on the way that a lot of ideas will emerge about this project in the future, and we can do a lot of improvement and a lot of additional feature around this project. This project is completely open hardware, so it will be released very soon. I think all the file will be published on next week. So finally, the next features could be yours if you want to download it and to have a just see and see how you can improve, for example, the hardware. So don't be shy, and if you want to try to make some 3D files or something, you can download all the FreeCAD. FreeCAD and KiCad are free and open to use, so you can use it to access to the 3D file and it's all the file that we use for the production. So we will commit soon this in GitHub. So feel free to contact us or something if you want to know more about this project. So if you have now any question. And if you want to see the Discovery chassis, it's just right in front of me. So you can come and come closer. Thank you.